All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday watch list. This week is honestly, I'm going to be keeping it risk off because we have elections and Thursday we have FOMC. So, just two big reasons as to why I want to get a feel for the market before putting on some size. Keep it light, take it setup by setup. Going into the start of the week, we have factory orders Monday, nothing too major. ISM services Tuesday, the 10 a.m. news. PMI Wednesday. And like I said, the big day is going to be the FOMC and then consumer sentiment Friday. So I want to be a little bit risk off, be a little bit patient for sure. And then going into the actual individual setups, we have so these are the levels I'll be watching and what I see potentially happening for this week. So this 575 is a big rejection point. If we are forming a downtrend, this is a high, a low, lower high, lower low, and we've retested now a lower high here at this 575. So I'm going to be targeting this 569 recent low, 568.5, and then we have a major demand at 565. If we come down into this demand, I do feel confident taking a relief bounce from there, probably back into 369, 570. And on the daily chart, we do have a gap fill to the upside above 575, 575.5. So just in case we do get strong, that is a potential move back to 579. We don't know what's going to happen with the elections and how the market's going to react to the FOMC meeting. So I'm open-minded to both scenarios. Things get ugly and we get really weak, then we'll have room down into like 561. 561, like this demand from down here. So it's a pretty big drop to the downside. Yeah, like 561.5, 560. That is going to be my main target to the downside if things do get weak and we get below this 565. So pretty simple game plan on SPY. Very similar with Qs. Qs, if it gets below this recent low here at 430, 483, then we have room down to 480. And then the major demand here at like 478. So watch that 478 demand zone for a relief bounce. And same thing with Qs. We do have a gap fill to the upside above 492.3 all the way into 495.6. So just in case we get strong, right? Just in case we get strong. As of right now, this is an inside bar, right? We are inside of this previous candle, this one, and this one. We could literally just chop up for a couple days inside of that candle and then get a move after elections or after FOMC. We have to see, right? As far as individual setups, let's start off with my favorite one. I'm liking INTC. It is a smaller ticker. It moves a little bit slower. I believe the ATR is 90 cents. So this stock moves about 90 cents a day. But it is bull flagging on a higher time frame. It just had earnings and we're forming this really nice bull flag. We're holding this 22 area, 22 to 21.5. And I really just want to see if this demand zone holds. And if this flag breaks out, then we have room to 25. And above 25, we do have a gap fill to 28. So I would need to see us reclaim 25 for me to be confident in the gap fill going higher. Because if it doesn't hold 25, it's gonna push back lower. But this is just a weekly bull flag holding a key level, showing relative strength. It was up 7.8%. And yeah, I really like this setup on the daily as well. So just looking to see if this name's gonna continue to show its strength. I'll be watching for the bounce here at 22 or really just a push into above 25, retest of this 23 area potentially, and then the gap fill to 28. So I'm watching that name. Microsoft is still very weak. I do see us pushing to 400. And if things get very weak, 388 is the neckline of this head and shoulders on the weekly time frame. So from a technical analysis perspective, this Microsoft setup looks good for the downside. Be watching 420 rejects or below. Recent lows here at 406 for the move down into 400 and below 400, 388. NVIDIA is looking a little bit stronger than some of these other names. So in the semiconductor sector, like I said, INTC looks strong. And NVIDIA on the weekly has held 131. We have the weekly 90 MA and a major area of previous supply now turning to potential demand here. And it held on Friday. It caught a bounce from 131.5, and we're pretty much back to 139.3. So with NVIDIA, the bounce down here is a little low, but it is showing strength. So above 142, 141.7 pushes us back to 145. If NVIDIA continues to show strength, it is already getting that push up to there. So it depends where it opens. Like I said, this week I'm just keeping it very light. Apple, we do have a key level to watch. It looks like Apple is bear flagging, and below 220, I will watch this for the move down to 216, 215. That actually looks pretty good because this is a big level of support here. Like that 220 area, you see a support here, support here. So below that, watching room to 216. And that is going to be my main watch for Apple. Amazon is showing relative strength compared to the overall market. I'm going to pay close attention to this 200 all-time high area for either another reject or break and retest above, or this recent high here for a potential bounce, 195.3. I want to see if this area holds and gets us to push back up into there. If that area fails, not interested, it's probably going to drop back to 190. And depending what the market does. So just using this as confidence, since it is a name that's a little bit relative strong to the others. Google is at a demand right now as well, 170, 168. It's currently holding. We'll see how that plays out. But other than that, guys, I'm keeping it short, very simple. Meta looks a little bit bearish too. It is at a key level though. 544 does look a little bit bearish. Probably got room to 542, which looks like a nice bounce area actually. So for Meta, if it comes to 542, watch that area for a bounce. It's a big previous area of supply, which could turn to demand back here. So I'll keep an eye on that area. Oh, shit, not that area, this area right here. So that is the area I'll watch on Meta. Other than that, short and simple watch this. I'm just gonna be light. After election season, after elections, after FOMC, I'll be back to, putting way more detail into these watches because it's gonna change, These watches are gonna change. So if you're not in the broadcast channel, join the broadcast channel. So that way you're updated. But after this week, like I will start putting in way more in-depth analysis into what's gonna come into the market. But as far as those setups, I think SPY Qs looks good. INTC, just keeping it light, setup by setup, day by day until the noise clears out. Kind of like last week earnings. Monday through Thursday was so slow. Then Friday you got some decent price. Thursday and Friday you got some decent price actions after Amazon and Apple and all the big companies reported. So let the noise get out the way. Next week, I think we'll have a much more high probability week. But if the setup's there, stay updated in the broadcast channel. Other than that, guys, short, simple. Hope you guys have a good trading week. Trade safe, please. Please, please, please. Other than that, that's gonna be it for me today, and I hope you guys have a great trading week. Peace.